Hello internet, it's me Loca Yoj and welcome back. So if you're interested how I did this look, stay and watch. Okay, the first thing we need to do is block these brows. What we'll be using is the final powder by Nichido, and this is Ivory Glow. So it's gonna be a 4-step. So Elmers glue powder, Elmers glue powder, and do that 4 times. So this style have a texture, so that hair-like texture. So what we need to do next is add more glue until we will have that super fine texture in these eyebrows before we color correct or add foundation. Let's remove the excess powder. And then let's touch it. Let's see. Nothing against it, then it's ready. So the color corrector that I will be using is from NYX. We will be using this orange one. As you can see, it's kind of bluish. So to correct that and make it warm, that it's close to my skin tone, we are going to use orange to tone it down. And now, let's let it dry and then we'll put foundation. I'll be using the FitMe Matte Porcelain 120 shade lighter because I will be painting my face white, so I'll use the 120 shade that I have. I think this is the lightest that I have. I use Maybelline because it's drugstore and it's affordable. And the brush that we will be using for the foundation is my foundation brush, and this is a flat brush, as you can see. Yes, so this is quite short and dense, so that means there will be no product that will sift through this, only at the top. Few pumps here, and let's cover the brows. So it should be a dabbing motion, not a swiping motion, because we are still covering this. This shade is lighter to my skin, but I need it because I will be putting white primer and white paint or white face paint on my skin. So this is the perfect shade for this creation. And on this side, the Mulan side, I will blend that later. Still the same dabbing motion and do it lightly, okay, for airbrush effect. Because if you are going to move it, you are also going to move the color corrector. So make sure that you use the dabbing motion. Yes, we need to set this first before we continue doing the rest of the makeup. Mona Lisa na. Okay. Okay, let's start this the right side of my face. My right side. So I am going to tone it up. This is also like a primer. It has a grip, so we will be using this. So this is from the Orchid. I got this from Korea. So I will be putting a lot of primer to protect my face. Not actually protect my face, but create a barrier from my oil production here, or my olfactory face here, to my foundation. So my face, and then this is the barrier, and then I'll put the white paint. So that's the purpose of tone-up creams or primers. So using the same foundation brush, I'm going to dab and start priming my whole face. Only on this side. I'll be using a different product on the other side. Having no eyebrows is really weird. You agree, guys? I got this tone-up cream from Myeongdong. Did you know that the sales attendant was a male? He's really good in selling makeup products. I was not able to say no. Everything is yes. I bought a lot. I bought like hand creams, lip balms, facial masks. A lot. That's how good he is. Because I'm a picky buyer, but because of him showing me that this is really a good product, or maybe I was just what do you call this one? I was hypnotized because the male sales attendant in the Orchid and Holika have that glass skin, the Korean male glass skin, guys. Yes. So I was sold. I bought a lot. And this is one of them, the toner cream. I don't really use this that much, as you can observe. This toner cream is really white, which is applicable for fair skin, not for morena. But I use this as a primer every time I do creatives, especially when I will put white paint on my face. This really helps. Because you know, the paint or face paints are generally or by default oily. This tone-up cream will really help. See if you can see the difference. So tone-up cream is also used before they put their cushion foundation. I observed in the train station in Korea, they used a white tone-up cream first, and then they put their cushion to have that glass skin. That's what I observed in Korea. But here in the Philippines, I think it's gonna be a different technique. But as you can see, as you can observe with the other side of my face, this is quite lighter and it has already the sheen or the glow. So imagine if you're gonna add a cushion in here, like the foundation in cushions, it will really be a glass skin. You can achieve that glass skin. Using my brush, this is a small dome brush, I will use a Facepaint for me to cover half of my face. So I found a matte white powder. So this highlight and contour. This is a matte highlight and contour kit. This is from Maange. This is not a well-known product, but I like it. It works. Because if we're not going to add powder, the cream will move because I am oily by nature. All pigs are oily, so that's me. So we need to make sure that everything is done. So the focal point is really just my face, so I'm not gonna bring it down here. I have here a brush cleaner. I use it to brush, to clean my brush in between products, because if you're going to combine cream and powder, that will add another texture. So this is actually cheap. This is from Maange. I got is from Shopee. I think this is only like 50 or 60 pesos. You can use this if you're doing creative makeup or even regular makeup to clean your brush in between colors or products. In my eye area, I am going to use the PLouise eyeshadow primer. This is Zero Rumour. So that's the PLouise base. This shade is also white, so we're just gonna put it. And then we're going to put the eye area. PLouise is a really good eyeshadow primer, guys. So if you want to do creative looks, this is the best eye primer for you. So we have different brushes here. Actually, these are nail art brushes, but I like them because they're so small brushes, very thin and fine, that you can use every time I want to do art. Get a blending brush, or if you have a brush like this, and then look for any blue shadows there. So we're just gonna color the area that I am going to put a very big flower. So what I'm doing is shadowing as of this. pretty much this is the pattern. So the H here pattern on the side means I'm a working class, and flower represents femininity. Oh, diba? So what I'm going to do now, after I outline everything, I'm going to color and shade all of the patterns. So we're done with the blue and white porcelain side. This is the fine china. Next will be the Mulan makeup. I'll be copying the one when Mulan met with the matchmaker. On the Mulan side, we are going to make this a somewhat ivory. But let me just cover all of my sumpa. The first thing that we are going to do is color black the whole eyebrows, because Mulan's eyebrow, I can see that it's super charcoal black. I don't have black, but I will outline it with my eyebrow pencil from Maybelline, and then after that I'm going to shade it with black. And in the movie, eyebrows is really super black with square outline here. As you can see, I have some hairs poking out, and we will use that to our advantage. So I will look for a super black paint, and I will use the paint instead, okay? But I'll be using a dark green undertone, just like in the movie, and then we'll cover it with black. So that's gonna be the undertone, just like in the movie, and then we are going to proceed to black. And I will continue doing a hair-like effect here. I'm so amazed with how they put their makeup in the olden days. Just like oil and charcoal, they mix it to make eyeliners during Egypt. That's it. Now we are going to put the symbol of Mulan here. They put a very vibrant yellow. I'm gonna look for yellow. So it's on the forehead, and then should be here. On using my shader, this is a long flat shader to outline the yellow forehead of Mulan. Oh, yellow is hard to do. Wait, I'm struggling with yellow. For a neon yellow. Okay, found my neon yellow. I'm gonna use this instead. So same thing. I'm dabbing it here. That works. There. I think it works. Gosh. Mother dear, they really didn't put too much color, but here I'm just gonna be working with orange and yellow and maybe peach, and then a super light yellow here on the crease. I'm just gonna add a very thin liner. this bottom part. Next, I will finish the eyeshadow here and the porcelain skin. So this is a short shader that you can use to pick up products that are very colorful and dark. It can pick up a good amount of product because it's short and dense. So if you do have a brush like this, you can use this when you're doing dark color makeup. Look for a color blue that we can use at the bottom. I'll be using my own eyelashes today. Here it is in its own packaging. Look at that. I'll be posting that soon. I will do photo shoot after this, and I'll be using this. By the way, these lashes, as you can see, are 3D lashes. It's 15 mm, guys. So it's still natural looking. It curves differently, different lengths, so that it will have that natural looking eyelash. So I'll be back on my eyelashes. This, gosh, this is just 15 mm, guys. Blush. So no contour, no highlight, just sagpang blush. Okay, I understand. So I'm using Maybelline Dynamite Red. And I'll be using Audacious Blue from Maybelline. So it's from their Bold collection. Outfit, do my hairdo, add some accessories, and I'll be back. Interested with the products that I used, I will put it in the description box. I think that's all for today. Bye bye.